I have ideas. But so often in the MBA program, I find myself getting interrupted in team meetings and my ideas go unheard. Thinking that I wasn't the only woman feeling this way, we decided to look into this further. Sure enough, interrupting habits are a pervading issue in today's workplaces. And despite best intentions, these interruptions are intrinsically connected to gender. We all feel what is called an unconscious bias, and this is what scholars call it. We have these ingrained feelings that, we have these ingrained feelings whereby we live in these different ways in workplaces, and it's something that we can't get hold of. Studies show that men interrupt women 3 times more often than they interrupt other men. And this is nobody's fault. Ever since the kindergarten classroom, males and females have been socialized to communicate very differently. And now in the workplace, this is leading to increased gender disparity and underutilized teams. Newly coined terms like manterruptions have brought this issue into our consciousness, but we have yet to actually address create a self-control mechanism to address this problem in real time. So this is why we're here to talk to you guys today about our product called TalkRock. TalkRock is our software solution to enrich the meeting experience by curbing interrupting habits. So TalkRock can prevent interrupting habits between team members by buzzing when voices overlap for over 3 seconds, thereby creating a behavioral nudge towards turn-taking. It also has a silent flashing mode for teams that prefer less obvious signaler. So the way it works is through a voice recognition feature whereby each team member will vocally sign in at the beginning of a meeting. Throughout the meeting, the natural language processing software will be able to track the pacing, the volume, and the pitch of each team member. And then after the meetings, team members can then log into their accounts, their personal accounts, to monitor the different rates and natures of their interruptions that they experienced in the meetings. Over time, this software will be able to track detailed analytics on individual progress. So in a nutshell, TalkRock is a software package that will be compatible with smart-enabled hardware like smartphones, tablets, conference calling systems, as well as newer devices like Amazon Alexa and Google Home.
So we will be able to do this by obtaining a pre-commitment from the managerial level. We'll get a lock on the employees in the organization who will do this by goal setting. So they want to curb their interruptions by a specific progress level. Then there's incentives. So should people fail to meet their metrics, this can be tied to their performance bonus with a monetary cost, or from social pressure because they're not able to meet the progress of their teammates. TalkRock will follow a B2B software-as-a-service business model, targeting Canada's most profitable companies that show a passion for innovation. We've identified 33,000 organizations within Canada and the United States that fit our target market. 10% of these show a focus for diversity and inclusion, and we estimate that we'll be able to obtain about 30% of these, totaling 1,000 organizations. These companies experience an intention-action gap. We plan to start marketing by establishing a lead generation process by leveraging our networks that we've established here at Rotman. Then we will identify a launch client. We will work with this launch client in order to develop a tailored software solution that meets those companies' needs. Current methods for curbing interruption, like workshops, one-on-one training, and self-development books, are cost or time-intensive. TalkRock solves this problem by creating a self-control nudge in a real-time and measurable way. There are 3 value adds to TalkRock. First, it will increase productivity, reducing costs. Second, it will increase contributions from all team members. And thirdly, it will allow for data-driven performance reviews. We ran the numbers, and the average manager wastes about $5,000 annually as a result of interruptions in the workplace. We used this as a foundation for value-based pricing and determined that an annual subscription would cost $20,000, where all employees were able to use the software.
So we're going to start with a phased launch approach, starting with a free app for mobile users that will be a streamlined version of our product offering only the interrupting portion of the package. So that can be used on the average smartphone. We're going to target professional students in programs like the MBA, where they can use this to moderate meetings where we all know they can get a little bit heated. So we're going to doing this, we will also go to schools at orientations, and we'd like to add a physical component to the product by handing out an actual talk rock, which will serve as a symbol of a talking stick. So it's sort of a cheap, effective promotional item to get people driven towards the App Store to download the free app. This strategy, this phased approach, will create both a demand for Talk Rock with our target audience and future business leaders, as well as it will allow us to collect data on user behavior that we can feed into our software as a service for enterprise-wide use. We're looking at a 6-month development and prototyping timeline, followed by 2 to 3 months of beta testing before launching the soft launch free mobile app for about a year, while we siphon that data towards our software as a service platform. TalkRock is our response to 4 key trends that we're seeing in natural language processing, the need for data-driven decision-making, a hunger for self-improvement, as well as a need for diverse and inclusive workplaces. TalkRock will help us bridge the gender gap that we're currently seeing and that our generation wants to address. Our team, the ideators, we're experts in technology, engineering, we are passionate about human-centered design, and we have an affinity for solving complex challenges. TalkRock is our solution to make sure everyone's ideas are heard. Thank you for listening to us. If you have any questions, let's talk.